Charlemagne, also known as Charles the Great, was a medieval ruler who reigned as the king of the Franks from 768 to 814. Born in the year 742 in what is now modern-day Belgium, Charlemagne would go on to become one of the most influential figures in European history. His story is one of ambition, conquest, and a relentless pursuit of knowledge. Charlemagne was the eldest son of Pepin the Short, the king of the Franks. From a young age, Charlemagne displayed a thirst for knowledge and a love for learning. He was tutored by the best scholars of the time, who taught him subjects such as Latin, Greek, and theology. Charlemagne's passion for education would later become one of his defining characteristics. When his father passed away in 768, Charlemagne and his younger brother Carloman inherited the kingdom. However, their relationship was strained, and in 771, Carloman's sudden death left Charlemagne as the sole ruler of the Franks. This marked the beginning of a reign that would shape the destiny of Europe. Charlemagne was not content with maintaining the status quo. He had grand visions of expanding his kingdom and unifying the fragmented lands of Europe. With a strong military and a strategic mind, he embarked on a series of military campaigns, which came to be known as the Carolingian Renaissance. Through a combination of diplomacy, strategic alliances, and military prowess, Charlemagne conquered vast territories, extending his rule over much of Western Europe.
At his death, Charlemagne ruled all of modern France, Belgium, Holland, nearly half of modern Germany and Austria-Hungary, more than half of Italy, and northeastern Spain. It's hard to exaggerate Charlemagne's impact on the course of Christian history in Europe.
But Charlemagne was not just a conqueror. He was also a patron of the arts and sciences. He established a court at Aachen, which became a center of learning and culture. Scholars from across Europe were invited to his court, where they studied and preserved classical texts. Charlemagne himself was known to be a voracious reader, and he often engaged in intellectual debates with the scholars. Recognizing the importance of education, Charlemagne took measures to ensure that learning was accessible to all. He ordered the establishment of schools throughout his empire. These schools were not only limited to the nobility or clergy, but were intended to provide education to a broader range of individuals, including the lower ranks of society. The schools focused on teaching subjects such as grammar, arithmetic, music, and theology. Recognizing the value of ancient knowledge, Charlemagne emphasized the preservation of classical texts. He ordered the careful copying of manuscripts by hand in monastic scriptoria. Monks painstakingly transcribed and illuminated these manuscripts, ensuring that valuable works from antiquity were not lost to history. Charlemagne fostered an atmosphere of intellectual exchange by inviting scholars from different regions to his court. This cross-cultural exchange of ideas and knowledge enriched the intellectual landscape of his empire and contributed to the revival of classical learning. Charlemagne's reign had a profound impact on the development of Europe. His efforts to centralize power and establish a unified legal system laid the foundation for the feudal system and the rise of nation-states. His influence extended beyond the realm of politics and into the realm of religion. In 800, Charlemagne's influence extended into the realm of religion when he was crowned as the Emperor of the Romans by Pope Leo III. This event marked the revival of the idea of a united Christian empire, merging Roman and Germanic traditions. Charlemagne's reign contributed to the development of various European institutions. His administrative reforms and the division of his empire into administrative units called counties helped shape the political structure of medieval Europe.
We get a sense of Charlemagne's personality. Charlemagne is a man very much at home in his time. He is comfortable with being a warrior. He would lead campaigns year after year after year. At the same time, he is a person of learning, or at least a person who believes learning is important. Einhard tells us that he never quite really learned to read and write, that he tried, that he slept with Augustine's City of God by his side, which is an impressive thing to do as bedtime reading.
Despite his many achievements, Charlemagne faced numerous challenges throughout his life. He dealt with rebellions, conflicts with neighboring kingdoms, and the constant need to maintain control over his vast territories. Yet, he persevered, always striving to leave a lasting legacy. Charlemagne passed away on January 28, 814, but his impact on European history continues to resonate to this day. He was a visionary ruler, a champion of education, and a unifying force in a fractured world. Charlemagne's commitment to knowledge and his pursuit of a united Europe make him an enduring symbol of leadership and ambition. Charlemagne's death emotionally affected many of his subjects, particularly those of the literary clique who had surrounded him at Aachen. His son, Louis the Pious, succeeded him as Charles had intended. He left a testament allocating his assets in 811 that was not updated prior to his death. He left most of his wealth to the church, to be used for charity. His empire lasted only another generation in its entirety. Its division, according to custom, between Louis's own sons after their father's death laid the foundation for the modern states of Germany and France. So when we speak of Charlemagne, we remember a man who transformed the course of history and left an indelible mark on the world. His story reminds us of the power of knowledge, the importance of cultural exchange, and the possibilities that lie within each of us to shape our own destiny. The legacy of Charlemagne serves as an inspiration to generations to come, urging us to pursue our dreams with passion and determination, just as he did so